naga ya Egepetto ga mmogo le naga ya Zimbabwe. Metshameko e tla tshamekiwang mo bekeng e tlang ka mosupologo. Motshameko wa ntlha e le malatsi a le 22 Sedimonthole, motshameko wa bobedi 26, mme motshameko wa boraro e tla nna Sedimonthole le malatsi a le 29. ke yone lenaane la metshameko ya Aforika Borwa. kgwele ya go tloswa ya khiwa jalo ke le ka bona lama Kamaradini Mamudu o ya khile fela ba e buseditse kwa morago mo motshwaradinong wa bone Lorenzo Sey. ba e buseditse jalo mo tseleng ya Lorenzo Sey o se we ba mpatshane go kwa pele kgweliao rola ka tlhogo ba ka kwa ntle Thaba Mathuludi rola ka tlhogo we ba ka kwa ntle Thaba simolla kwa morago the Black Galaxies ba simolla kwa pelo ya go khiwa jalo ke le kona la Kamaradini Mamudu we romela kwa pelo batla jalo monna yole wa Aban total ka bana ano ba ba re kwa ntle ke botshabelo Aforika Borwa ya go tlosa le tatlhela le ka bana la Stoppers Team Sugazi Galaxies TS Galaxy Khulumani Ntamani tshamekela mo tseleng ya gano ano we ba jalo mo tseleng ya Sayudu a re bone Aforika Borwa ba tla re tologa janga kgile ko morago ba tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya Sebisi yewe tshamekela mo tseleng ya Bathusi we ba kwa pele ba Motlharo fela motseraganya ba kaile phoso ga tlhalo ntšhala le setlhopha sa Ghana dirisitse bokete jwa mmele mo tseleng ya Thaba Mathuludi dirisitse bokete jwa mmele wena Sayudi Siraj Maphosa we tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Bathusi Obas wa lebela Bathusi ba ba etsa ba kwa pele re bone fela Aforika Borwa mo kgelenyao ba mona fafatse e le noto setlhopha sa Aforika Borwa Bafana e le noto Ghana the Black Galaxies motshameko o tsweletse sebaka sa metsotso le 10. Michael.
Nice start for both sides, OJ. I think South Africa are starting to find their men really nicely. They're playing some really good passes, but these Ghanaian young players, the Black Galaxies as they're known as, not the Black Stars, because this is the Chan team predominantly. And they also finding their men quite nicely, fashioning a few half chances in these early stages. It's going to be the educated left boot of Mohamed Kota. Man who's really impressed in Bafana. He's already scored twice for the national team. There's the header, it's just wide. Oh, that was a great chance. The chef, Sipho Mbule, getting himself into a really good position between two defenders. It's a pinpoint cross and he makes a good run to the edge of the 6-yard box and heads. He's become an integral member of this midfield. Now there's a bit of a hold-up for injury. Must say astonishing that Ghana are not at AFCON this year. They're 4-time former winners, they're 5-time former runners-up, 9 times in the 34 editions of AFCON previously have they reached the final. But in the campaign that is about to begin on Sunday evening, they ended bottom of their qualifying group. They had the most shocking campaign. They didn't win a single match. Very disappointing. They ended behind Angola, Sudan and Niger. Just 1 point at home out of 9 and 2 points away out of 9, so they didn't qualify. They did qualify, of course, for the World Cup. And there they will be a very different team with their overseas-based players who will make up the bulk of their team. Fans have come in here in big numbers, decent numbers on a hot day in Gauteng. And Ghana have plenty of support as well. It's a rivalry that goes back many years. These sides have met 15 times in total, 12 times since 2005. And the record since 2005 is very even. 4 wins apiece and 4 draws. There's the pinpoint cross. I must say, really good free kick from Nkota onto the head of Mbule. And he just heads wide. Best chance for South Africa so far. So the injury is a thing of the past and play can now continue. with goalkeeper Lawrence Osei, who's the only player in the Ghanaian squad who's in his 30s. Heart of Lions goalkeeper. They've brought two goalkeepers with him. Felix Kay sits on the bench. It's good work there from Moremi, who's really got into the game nicely, and he's shown some good touches. But now, bit of pressure on the captain. Curling shots, and Ricardo Goss, who's been given the opportunity to wear the gloves today in Hugo Bruce's side for this match, had himself nicely positioned. It's a really good ball in from Emmanuel Anor. Generally plays on the left wing. He curled that cross in, easily able to beat Sibisi. That would be a little bit worrying from a Bafana point of view. Here's Nkota. Looks for support out wide, doesn't have it, and he's got to have the pace to get past his man, is he? Not quite. It's good defending in the end. Good hustling and bustling. But Nkota looks full of running today. Man who's now based in Saudi Arabia with Al Ettifaq. So he'll be used to hot conditions. CBC, who's got probably the brightest captain's armband I think I've ever seen. It's neon orange, and you can't miss him from a mile away. Ricardo Goss, given the opportunity to be in goal today. Sipho Chain and Ronwin Williams on the bench. Ndamane, not pressed at all. Plenty of options for him. He goes back to his goalkeeper, and Goss will distribute wide to Matuludi. CBC. No pressing really coming from the Black Galaxy, so Bafana have plenty of time to play it out of defense. Modiba. 6 of the side, incidentally, starting today, started in that crucial warm-up, not warm-up, World Cup qualifying match against Rwanda a few months ago. 3 of the midfielders and 3 of the defenders who are in the starting lineup today played in that match. The 6 of the 11. Mbata scored a cracking goal in that match as well. Very, very good playing surface, as I've alluded to already, means that the players can trust their passes, can find their men well, which Bafana do now. And Ndamane, long ball forward, looking for Modiba. He does brilliantly to control that and keep the ball inside the field of play. Moremi behind him. This is good from Bafana. Now Obas wanted a pass inside, it wasn't forthcoming. Now Talent Mbata playing it wide, but overhitting the ball on the volley. Plenty of promise in that build-up. Really good play by Modiba to get the ball in. And interesting to see these tactics from Bafana today. They're looking for the long ball backs of the Ghanaians. And it's working quite nicely for them so far. That's Suraj Saidu, one of 2 members of the strike force that the Black Galaxies have brought with them. Now, they've got men over. Mbule into the box, looking for the head of a teammate. Bafana will keep this recycled. Moremi does nicely. Support behind him in Obas, who's always a willing recipient of the ball. Modiba, this is lovely play. Makgopa tried to create the opportunity there for MasterChef, and he just couldn't find him. But lovely inventive play. And this is what Bafana need to try and produce in 6 days' time when they face Angola in Marrakesh in their opening game on day 2 of AFCON. Of course, it all starts with the host nation, Morocco, playing the Comoros on Sunday evening. Bafana play on day 2. They played 2 of their matches in Marrakesh. Egypt are based in Agadir throughout the group stage of the competition. So Bafana will have to travel to Agadir for their middle match on the 26th to play against Egypt, to have the luxury of staying in one city throughout the group stages, whereas Bafana have to travel between Marrakesh, where they'll play Angola and Zimbabwe, and Agadir, where they'll play Egypt. Long-range shot, disappointing effort. No balance there from Mbata. He's hit some screamers in his time for the national team, but on that occasion, his balance was all wrong. See, just leaning back, not having the control, and he sees the funny side of things. So Coach Bruce would have wanted a maybe slightly more competitive match in the build-up to AFCON, but he says it's important for his players to get some game time. 3 of them, of course, are not here. Sitole, Foster and Campbell, who are overseas based, and with FIFA only allowing players to be released a week before the start of the tournament, there was no point in them traveling here for one match and then going back to the Northern Hemisphere. But some of the overseas based players, especially those from Middle Eastern clubs, are here. So a chance for the coach just to make a few decisions ahead of the start of AFCON, just to see who he wants to play in certain positions. A chance for some of the fringe players to show what they can do and put their hands up for selection. Ndamani. See no pressure at all, no high press coming from the Ghanaians. It means there's plenty of time on the ball. Modiba goes back to his captain, finding the men really easily and well in this midfield with Mbata and Obas. Mbule playing slightly in front of them. It's nice from Mbata. Finding Obas. Real chance for him to impress. He's the hard man in this midfield. Lovely touches here. Obas again trying to thread it through for Mbata. There might be something on here. There are a lot of yellow shirts forward. And the cross comes in. The keeper guarding his near post really well. And does nicely, makes a good save, Lawrence Osei, whose club, Heart of Lions, are 5th currently in the Ghanaian Premier League. It's very congested in that Premier League. Only 7 points separating the top 9 teams. And all the players playing today are locals. They play their club football in Ghana. So it's a very, very congested league, with Aduana leading from Mediema, who have a game in hand. Workout so far ahead of their trip to Morocco. 20 minutes played. It's goalless at Dobsonville. OJ.
Remete jalon no yale tsatsi bona motsamo iketlile nga bana ba ka go tlhatsela naga ya Ghana. Kamaraduni Mamudu mona ba tjhala le ka wana le la ano fela Emmanuel Bano ebe Musile Khwile Emmanuel ano Matuludi Weye tamigela jalo motsile nga ya kasebisi Kumulani Kulumani Arbone Chala Muremi Bamurala Matragara Komiwe Kilia Fela Monayo wa Mamudu Ora Jelichavani Gore Mona Itika Sepa Muremi Nachile Kabukale Tepanga Moema Kwapele Maserupi ya go simolwa jalo kwa morago Khilio ba go tlhoma kwa morago le ka bona la Lorenzo Sei Arbone Khilio ba ba tshara mo tseleng ya ga Kusi Asante busetsang gape kwa morago ba go simolola kwa morago the Black Galaxies ba go simolola jalo kwa morago the Black Galaxies fa gona le naga ikile nyantshana le di mo khilenya dinao le ka wana la beri pele Arbone Khiletana continue MasterChef Tota ke Nede MasterChef Bonnete ke gore wa ba tla no monna yo me gana le sego kwa setlhopheng ga mmogo le mo setlhopheng sa bosetšhaba le kwa setlhopheng sa gage se tsa le metse go bona no de MasterChef fela e una tswa di le matlo go bua nnete fela fa una tswa di le matlo fa Nasa lebela dikota Khile o ile khakala le dikota de MasterChef Ricardo Gos Kulumani Signalo te tsela ka kwantle fetoga jalo gona goal kick fetogile jalo gona goal kick Simola jalo kwa morago Batuse Obas fitilelene mo skapeng sa ga Team Sukazi le ka wana le la batusi tshamekela mo tseleng ya go le ena a tswang ko Khulumane Aubrey Modiba tsa khwelewe ba jalo mo tseleng ya ga batusi o e tshamekela mo godimo ga Stofo se mo bolonga the master chef o e ba mo tseleng ya ga talent Afrika Borwa ba simola jano go bua le yone simola go e rapela Afrika Borwa romela kwa pele tsetsa kwa ntle tatlhelo Aubrey Modiba tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga the talent Timbatha ya go tsela ka kwa ntle ba batla jalo Sipambule fela ba sa kgone go tshwara kgwele o itswela ka kwa ntle fetoga jalo gona goal kick monaka kwa Belgium Hugo Broos yo ikopile maitshwarelo mo letsatsing la maabane morago ga dipuo tse maAforika Borwa di dikgaogantse Afrika Borwa ka bogare sa tswa go ikopela maitshwarelo na le motlatsa mokatisi e leng jalo Helman Mkhelele mofenyi wa metale wa Gauta 1996 1988 Silefera me na bona jalo le metale wa bronze mona yo wa Helman Mkhelele CBC Batusi CBC Batusi tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Thaba Matulodi simola jalo mo tseleng ya ga Khulumane botlhe ba ka fa morago ga kgwele the Black Galaxies a romela Khumulane a re bone kgwele tsena ka lebogoso la ditene fela kgona go sireletsa jalo kwa morago Ebenezer Ban kgona go sireletsa o ba kgwele ka kwa ntle ya go tloswa le tatlhelo e le goal kick le ka go lebetata le tatlhelo ya go tloswa le tatlhelo ya setlhopha sa Afrika Borwa Modiba a ba romela kgwele ntle Modiba Afrika Borwa ba phonyoga gape ke lesego ya go tloswa le tatlhelo kgweleo ya go tloswa le tatlhelo bona jalo monna yo wa mokatisi ka bona monna wa Mingle Matulodi tshamekela mo tseleng ya ga the talent Timbatha Batusi a romela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Thabang wa go romela lekwalo a ba le romela ga le goroge lekwalo la le rometse Thabang a fela o e rola gape ka tlhogo Thaba Matulodi ba batla jalo kwa morago mo kapteini wa letsatsi ka tsena di CBC the talented Timbatha Evidence Makopa Tsereganyi o ka jalo o ka ile sengwe mo Tsereganyi ba re phoso kgathanong jalo le naga ya Ghana Afrika Borwa ba tlhomile kgweleo bona jalo a re bone kgwele ba romela be feta kwa thoko ga dikota ebe feta kwa thoko ga dikota Mohaung Kota ga se go nne le ditlhasetse motho a re bone Kgileo Ano ba e romela jalo wela jalo mo godimo ga mpa ya lebala ba itsa ba e romela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Evidence ba e tshamekela jalo sireletsa jalo kwa morago a re bone Kgile tla nang kotsi ya Afrika Borwa ba e ba mo tseleng ya ga Tshepang ba batla jalo no Afrika Borwa ba tswa ka yone gape Afrika Borwa re bone le fela ba bua ka yone kwa morago Kgileo Ebeneza Ban le ka go kokota Afrika Borwa a re bone Kgileo ba e tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Etse Togli simolla jalo kwa morago Kgile mo tseleng ya ga Lawrence Osei ba leka go ikaga go tswa kwa morago naga ya Ghana fela Kgile be tsweletse kwa ntle ya go fetoga jalo go nna totlhelo re lebile motsotso wa bosoma mararo karolo ya ntlha motshameko o tsweletse pele mme ga ise go nne le sepe se se diragalang ka kwano ntse le noto Afrika Borwa e le noto naga ya Ghana motshameko wa boditšhabatšhaba wa botsalano re letile Mike.
Well, this is something that Coach Bruce won't want to see. Possible injury situations to his team ahead of AFCON, and this is Batusi Obas, goes in hard in the tackle. And then I'm not sure what happened there. He's holding his chin. Might have just been a follow through from the Ghanaian player. Referee had a word. Yeah, you see, goes with the elbow and just connects with the chin of Obas. Coach Bruce looking on very concerned. Batusi Obas is a vital member of his midfield. Certainly won't want anything to happen to him ahead of AFCON. He's the destroyer in midfield. I must say the young Black Galaxies playing the ball around in their own penalty area, alarmingly so, and almost conceding chances. But so far, Master Chef has been excellent. He's had two really good clear-cut chances. And Moremi as well, really seizing the opportunity he's been given. He started in the friendly against Zambia last month, and he's started here again today after some good form for his club. And he's certainly impressing the coach. But Batusi Obas has stayed down. The fans come in here in decent numbers and certainly enjoying this day of reconciliation. Some taking reconciliation to different extremes. Well, Master Chef there has had some great opportunities. He's working so hard upfield. Here, given the opportunity, plays it forward to Modiba. Makopa almost creating the opportunity for him again. But he's had some vital touches. Here releases Moremi. Pulls the ball back, just doesn't find a teammate, and then the shot takes a deflection and goes wide. Certainly working hard, rejuvenated career for Sipho Mbule. And good to see Obas back on his feet. He's got to go off the field for 30 seconds or so, and now being allowed back on. The yellow shirts moving upfield well. That's a professional foul. That should be a booking. If it wasn't a friendly, I think it would be a booking. It's what you call taking one for the team. And the guilty party there, Namakusi Asante, just stopping the run of Mbule. I think the referee's decided it's day of reconciliation. It's a friendly match. Keep the cards in the pocket for now. Here's Mbata. plenty of space. Support out wide. Finds a nice ball here to Modiba. Can he keep it in? I think he has just not been able to do so, and the assistant on the far side is flagging for the goal kick to take place. So Bafana traveling to Marrakesh, where the temperature, as you heard from Super Journo before the start of this game, will be considerably cooler than it is here. And then on to Agadir to play Egypt 4 days later, and then ending against Zimbabwe. They'll hope to get through to the knockout stages and hope to emulate, to even do better than they did 2 years ago in Cote d'Ivoire, when they ended third in that tournament. And beat some big names along the way. They've had a very good year. Haven't lost a game on the field of play in 2025. They lost one in the boardroom, of course, against Lesotho early in the year in March, when that game was overturned because of the yellow card situation with Mokoena. And that game was awarded to Lesotho. But on the field of play, South Africa have gone without defeat right throughout their matches. 6 World Cup qualifiers, 3 friendlies during the year, not losing any of them. Now the flag goes up. I thought it must go up against Prince Owusu there. Made a very early run. And the linesman was alert to it. Ghana, as I say, 4-time winners of AFCON. Last, though, in 1982. They were very good in the early days of AFCON, winning twice in the 60s, once in the 70s and once in the 80s. Also, before the year 2000, they were 3 times runner-up. Reached 2 finals recently in 2010 and 2015. But not quite the force they used to be. 4-time winners of AFCON. Only Cameroon and Egypt have won it more. Cameroon 5 times, Egypt 7 times. And both those nations will be at AFCON. Obas. Nkota trying to get in. That's very, very good defending from Isaac Afful, the left back. He's got nobody to pass to, so Sibisi can pick up the pieces up the field of play. Mbata, nice ball to Makgopa, tries to square it for Mbule. Just underhits the pass slightly, but Obas will win it back again. Mbata, those two combining really well in the midfield. Matuludi going on the overlap. Might be a long-range effort. Obas thought about pulling the trigger, and in the end played a pass to his teammate in the area. But the yellow shirt starting to dominate the midfield, and Ghana having to defend for large periods of time. Obas again. Nkota spinning away, no pressure, nobody on him for the time being. Then in the end, a very good challenge made by Etse Dogli, man from Heart of Lions. And now the Black Galaxies working a combination move, but in the end rather aimlessly kicking the ball upfield and conceding possession again. So no goals here. In fact, remember that match at AFCON 1996 when South Africa in the knockouts beat Ghana by 3-0. But since then, neither side has scored more than 2 goals against the other in the last 12 meetings. So it's not a fixture that's produced a lot of goals. Little chip into the box, and the defender taking no chances. Mahmudu putting it behind for a corner. So the goals have been few and far between in matches between these sides. No side has scored more than 2 goals in any fixture in the last 12. Well, they last met in November of 2021. Ghana won that 1-0 in the World Cup qualifier. South Africa 2 months earlier won their home World Cup qualifier by the same scoreline, 1-0. Those are the last 2 meetings between the sides 4 and a bit years ago. It's a good corner, ball bobbing around in the area, could have fallen anywhere. And Ghana doing really well to find their play upfield. Prince Owusu, but he's dispossessed. And Nkota working hard in the midfield. And referee will stop the game for yet another injury. It's been fairly free-flowing, this game, I've got to say that to you. But now the injury to Salim Adams, who plays for Medima, who if they win their game in hand will be top of the Ghanaian Premier League. There's the coach, Kasim Mingles, 68 years of age, 5 years younger than his opposite number today. preparing his team for Chan competition. And here's the corner. Now have a look at this. Could really have fallen anywhere. It's pinball. Comes off Adams, off his head from close range. It's a very, very good header from Ndamane. Gets up nicely. And then Adams just clears it. But didn't know too much about it. It was from very, very close range. So he's looking a little bit groggy. 23-year-old. And Bafana in possession again. They've had the bulk of the possession throughout this first half. Still no goals to show for it, although they've had the better chances. Nkota. Obas. This is better play. Just able to find their men pretty easily and with one-touch football. At times just slowing it down, waiting for Ghana to commit players upfield. But they have tried the through balls on occasion. That's nice play. And Mbata doing well initially, and then just finding himself closely marked. And now there's a chance for a breakaway here from Owusu, but he plays a very poor ball forward. And that's the problem with these young Black Galaxies. They do some good work in midfield, but it's the final ball that's often overhit. And Ricardo Goss, other than that one save that he had to make from that cross-come shot from Anol early on in the half. In the semi-final against Richards Bay from a similar angle, and here you see how well he does, and Mbule does outstandingly to play him in, or to play the ball out wide, and then when the cross comes in, he takes on the shot, first spins away from his man to create the angle, and then that educated left foot almost finding the top corner. Best chance for Bafana, 0-0 OJ.
Fa gona le motshameko e le mebedi e getsang gore ditlhopha tse pedi tse kgotsa dinaga tse pedi tse ga di kitla di lebala bonolo. Motshameko wa ngwaga wa 2021, motshameko wa go qualifyela metshameko ya sejana sa lefatshe. Mo Rashid Roy go ga kaiwana dirile penalty a bakile jalo penalty mme Afrika Borwa ba ska ba itumela tshwetso yeo me ba feletsa ba fentse motshameko Ghana ngwaga wa 2021 ne le kgwedi ya ngwana itsela le malatsi a le 14 me le motshameko wa 1996 ke metshameko e tla ya tlase le history mo dinageng tse pedi tse re bone Dockley tlogela kgwele ya tswela ka kwa ntle ya go tloswa le tatlhelo ya setlhopha sa Afrika Borwa ya go tloswa jalo ke Aubrey Modiba tshamekela ntšhala mo go the Masterchef morata ka selepe le kawana la Salim Adams bidi ka mafafatshe fela ke te Jelly Chavane gare ke ge monna wa Jelly Chavane fela o molumile le kawana la Maphosa Aubrey Modiba o le sego gore ba sa bona sepe mo tlhaselong eo ya gage Aubrey Modiba o le sego ba sa bona sepe karata mo tlhaselong eo monna yo wa Aubrey Modiba arbone ke ene mo kgelinyeo setse re letele ka tetelo ya sekara ka sepe gore ke bona ke bo mamba ba tla thubang segagane nkosina tsebisi manele ka bona la ka kwa Kimberley tsamekela gape mo tseleng ya ga Nkosinathi Khulumani Afrika Borwa motho a ka re ba nile jalo le taolo ya motshameko mo karolong ya ntle ya motshameko fela ba retelelwa jalo ke go thuba segagane ba retelelwa jalo ke go the Masterchef Evidence Bathusi Mohau Bathusi bana le taolo ya motshameko Afrika Borwa fela ntlha ile no se fela e ba tlhae ba itlhala nyone ke go tsa kgwele ba mo e tshwanetse go nna gone mo letloweng a re bone Tshepa Moremi na tswile ka bona dikologile ka bone ka botlhale fela a tlhopana jaaka tikologa ka botlhale Tshepanga fela a retelelwa ke go nepa a feta kwa thoko kgwileo a retelelwa jalo ke go nepa Tshepang Ebenezer romela le telele kwa khopele o batla Chalona o tlhalejwa ka khulumane go gonye fela matlhale mo lekawaneng le dirisa jalo matlhale bo a swabile monna yo wa Emmanuel Ano pere nomoro e tshwanang nomoro ya boraro bobedi jo bone batshameki ba a bone sebese tsa kgwele o e tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga khulumane bathusi Obas tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Obre simolla jalo mo tseleng ya ga Ntamani sebese o kgabagantse mo legare Afrika Borwa ba tshwanetse go tla ka maano a mašwa jaanong ba lekile ba kokotile ba lekile fela go padile gore ba thubele morago la setlhopha sa Ghana ba batsa kgwele ba re ba tsela le tene ha ba tshwara ha ba ya tlarela o sei ha ba ya tlarela le ka wala la o sei a rometse mo lebokosong la 18 fela tshwara tlogela boela mo go yone gape Lawrence Osei Dogley tshamekela jalo mo tseleng ya ga Isaac Fool fela Afrika Borwa ba tswa ka kgwileo ba e romela mo go Nkota o bona evidence o bona mang o bona Nkota sireletsa kwa morago offside ba tsere nako Afrika Borwa mo kgeleng yao re tsekeditswe metsotso le mebedi fela Afrika Borwa bonnete ke gore go ka bana re tulogele ka kgwele yo mogau ga e lemoga sentle motho se wa motseleganyi yo ka kwa botlhaba re bone Kantele fa ba ne ba leka go tlhasela Afrika Borwa fela ba retelelwa ke kgwele yao re mo motsotsong wa bofelo re tla bora go ikhutsa a re bone jalo mogau wa lebela mogau ka kgwele wa go ikgamela boela kwa morago palama kgwele a re bone mogau ba ba re a re ye mogau tshamekela jalo kwa morago simolla jalo kwa morago re tsene mo di-secondeng tsa bofelo tselo ya ntlha motshameko ba e tsabe romela ka kwa thoko bona jalo Maphosa ba e gobisa fatshe Dogley a ba retologa ka kgwele kwa morago a Fool Prince Owusu a re bone jalo Ebenezer Ban romela ka kwa botlhaba jalo bala ba Tasalim fela ba kgone go emela kgatelelo ya setlhopha sa Afrika Borwa mo godimo ga tlhogo motsotso wa bobedi o bo fela ka tseleng tseng jalo mothuetso o bo fela ka tseleng tseng jalo karolo ya ntlha a re bone re fetsa jalo karolo ya ntlha ya motshameko Sepombule fositse ditšhono di le mmalwa tshameke ba lekile batshameki ba Afrika Borwa fela ba palelwa ke go nepa jaaka re go totobaletsa noto Afrika Borwa noto naga ya Ghana me fa re lebelela dipalopalo Afrika Borwa ba tsere letsogo le kwa godingwana 66% Afrika Borwa maiteko a le marataro a le mane tota Ghana a le matlhano Afrika Borwa a se re ne jala le dikarata mo motshamekong kwa ntle fela ga dikhutlo mme motho ya tsere kopana mo karolong ya bobedi ya motshameko.
Yeah, thanks OJ. I'll tell you what